Hey guys, it's Emoso Cosplay, and today I'm going to be talking about bad eggs in the cosplay community. So I'm going to be going over a couple of categories of bad eggs, and maybe this is not really just community, like cosplay community bad eggs, but convention goer bad eggs. But yeah, so let's get into it. So the first bad egg is probably going to be the most obvious one, which are like weird perverted guys who are like trying to get with the girls, or even like perverted girls, like especially like older women trying to get with like the young guys and stuff. I've seen both. Specifically though, I'm gonna just like go off of personal experience. Back a couple of years ago, me and my friends were at a convention. It was like a really big convention, and we were meeting up with my three other friends at the time, and they were very like cautious and stuff when we saw them, and they were like constantly looking around for like to see what was going on, and like to see like it looked like somebody was like following them or something. And we had asked them like what was going on, and they said that some guy was following them and like trying to like harass them or whatever, and he was some creepy guy and things like that. There's a whole nother point to this story because I think I know who the guy was, but that's like a whole nother thing that I'm probably never gonna go into publicly because it's like kind of personal, but I think I know who the guy was. But he was just like a creepy guy that we had seen, and yeah. The second bad egg at conventions will be like the very popular cosplayer who thinks they're much better than everybody and who thinks they're cooler and whatever. This can be one of two people. It can be either like a celebrity cosplayer who like doesn't like have time to talk to like anybody unless you're giving them money or like buying their stuff and trying to get, or like autographs or something. Or this could just be the like resident cosplayer who you see at all the conventions and who has like a big social media following. Personally, I've had an experience with one of these. I used to be friends with this one, maybe not friends, but like we knew each other like enough to where it was like if we saw each other at a convention, we'd say hi and we'd recognize each other. But one time, a bunch of other cosplayers and I were at a meetup and not a convention, and this particular cosplayer was with a bunch of other bigger cosplayers who were higher up in the community, and there was just a bunch of us who were like pretty much just smaller and not significant, I guess, enough to them, and the person didn't recognize who I was, even if after I explained to them and I had seen them before and how I had attended meetups and stuff, and they pretended not to know who I was. And all the other bigger cosplayers that I had suddenly like known and been friends with had just pretended like I didn't exist and that I wasn't there. So that's always not good, I guess. The third one would probably be people who don't know how to clean up after themselves. This can be people who just like are just sloppy and just like trash the convention center, or this can be people who like are like homestead cosplayers, or people who use a lot of body paint who don't know how to seal it properly and smear it all over the convention center. A while ago at a convention that I was at, they had actually like banned people from like doing too crazy of a makeup, and if they had seen it, like you could do it, but if it wasn't sealed, you would probably be asked to leave because people were like smearing it all over the walls and stuff. These were all Homestuck cosplayers, if you must know. There's like, I'm gonna make a whole video on like the Homestuck fandom and community back when I was in it and stuff, because that's like a whole nother video. But yeah, and there's also just been like a ton of people I've seen just like leaving their food around and like just being like a mess and treating like the convention center and the hotel as if it was like their bedroom or something. Yeah, so the fourth person would probably be the people who are like, who aren't necessarily new to the convention scene, but have never like learned the unwritten rules, which I'm gonna make a video on, I think, also, of the convention community and cosplay community, because these people are like, just don't know what's going on and don't know how to approach cosplayers. These people will like approach cosplayers like when they're in the middle of eating, or like talking to somebody, or like trying to like rest or whatever, and sometimes these people like will try and touch people's like cosplays and props and not know like not to do that. These people aren't really bad eggs, or they're more of naive eggs, I guess you could say, but they can be bad because sometimes if somebody doesn't step in and teach them that that's not okay, then they're gonna ruin somebody else's day. And the last convention bad egg are just like bad and rude people in general and staff. This is not general people, but like bad staff pretty much. I have had a couple of experiences with bad staff, and I think a lot of people have, especially if you go to like cosplay conventions and cosplay conventions, that's not what I call it, just conventions in general and stuff. So basically, me and my friend went to an outdoor convention at a garden, like a Japanese garden thing, and we were having like problems with security because security was getting mad at us because we were like supposedly sitting in like places we weren't supposed to, even though there was no sign or anything to say that we couldn't sit there. And the security was just like being really uptight and yelling at us. Like, I understand if they just asked us to move, but they were like just yelling at us and being really disrespectful toward us. I understand it's their job to make sure nobody like ruins the place, but I feel like if they'd just been nicer, people would understand. And I've also had like really snippy and like smart alecky like type people that were staff members, and not even just staff, but they're like volunteers, which is even like worse because they're like, they think that they're like there to like relate to the people and they don't have to uphold to a standard of professionality when they should, because they're there to not only have fun but to help out people. In a line to meet some voice actors, I was standing behind this guy who apparently was staff, and he's like, and he like turns around to me and he starts laughing, and he's like, haha, I'm the last person in line, and I'm like, oh, maybe he's just joking around. I'm like, ha ha ha, that's not funny or whatever. He's like, no, I'm serious, get out. And I'm like, okay, like, I get it, maybe he's trying to be like joking around, but he just seemed like really rude and to me, and I was like very devastated because I wanted to meet those cosplayers and he didn't have to like rub it in my face and stuff, I guess. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. This was kind of like a random video, and I kind of just wanted to get something up, and I know there's not a lot of structure or editing in my videos, but I try my best. I take all of these videos in basically one shot because I don't feel like editing because I'm lazy. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed, I'm trying to get to 10,000 views in total so I can start monetizing my videos and stuff. And I want to thank you guys for almost 140 subscribers. I'm hoping maybe by sometime next year we can reach 200 subscribers. That's maybe like a stretch, but like I think we can do it. So thank you guys for watching, and yeah, bye!